Hey there, everybody. This is a wonderful moment. This is something that we have all been waiting for. It reminds me of Big Brother 16. I believe it was Preacher Jocasta who said she's so used to giving and now she gets to receive. Now we get to receive Big Brother 22 All-Stars. It's happening.
Yep.
It's finally happening. I wish this is the only time I ever will have wished we will have a party cannon in the house, because she always tries to get them on the 4th of July and then they make a giant mess everywhere.
Yeah, he always says he doesn't like it, but he secretly does. Because here we are. I'm getting the approval of the party cannon. This is a memorable day.
If the party cannon was in the house right now, it would be going off, because we have waited for so. We have all driven ourselves crazy for the past month or so, assuming that approximately 80 people are going to be on this season. We don't know everything. We don't even know who's on it right now, but who cares? We have a season.
Yeah, and we finally have a premiere date, and that is what we are here to tell you today.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the premiere date. We're going to talk about the schedule, some of the finer details, how production is apparently going to make all of this work in this very, very crazy time that we're in. Before we do, though, if you guys do like this video, give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I know we said yesterday we're going to do a live, and we are still going to do a live at some point. It's just, it's early. You know, there will be a better time to do the live, and we will certainly do one soon.
Absolutely. We'll make sure that you guys know when it's coming up. But yeah, it's a little bit early for a live. I don't know who's awake right now, but we're going to give you at least what the premiere date is. It is Wednesday, August 5th. So there were some rumors out there that was the date. I was a little bit skeptical when I first heard it, because I just didn't know how they were going to get it together sort of that quickly, because there's rumors that people just went into sequester. But it looks like this is the date. It is happening August 5th. It's going to be at 9 p.m. 2-hour premiere, guys. 2 hours. So some of our prayers are being answered. We are getting a season.
Thank goodness.
And it's soon.
It is very, very soon. Like I think it was Hamster Watch who had said that it was going to be the 5th, and when I saw that, and I love Dingo, but my first reaction was just, that is really, really soon. I didn't quite know exactly how that was going to work, because I had just assumed it was probably going to be the 12th for the majority of it, and I was blown over by the 5th. I was like, all right, I'm trying to convince myself that it's going to be the 5th because it's sooner. And it seems like we're going to have kind of from there movement into a typical Big Brother schedule.
Yeah, we're going to be back to Sundays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. So, I mean, everything that we love about Big Brother, the same schedule, it's all going to have that beautiful sort of same feeling. It is not summer without Big Brother, and now summer is finally going to be starting on August 5th.
Yes, now we all may be in an era where nothing in our lives is similar to what it has been at any other point, but rest assured, now you will hopefully get the opportunity to watch people fall over while going down a slipping slide to fart music, which, yes, it is your favorite. I hope we still get that challenge this year, but who knows about anything anymore? That should be the subtitle, Big Brother 22 All-Stars, who knows?
Yeah, and I mean, that could still maybe come into play. I mean, it is still an unpredictable time.
Yeah.
People are still being tested with everything. We don't know, but it feels like they have a pretty good plan. So, looking good.
Yeah. This is the part of this I'm actually the most excited about, is that it's a live MoveIn premiere, and this is why we're getting it on the 5th. It's because usually with Big Brother, for those who don't know, they will put people in the house. Usually, it's a good stretch of time, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days before the premiere ends up airing, and they have like a period of time to get to know each other, to get accustomed. I think because these are all-stars, they're just like, you guys don't need any extra time. We're also starving for ratings at the moment. We haven't had new high-rated programming in weeks on weeks on weeks, so get in there, get to work for us. This brings back memories of Big Brother Over the Top, the season that, like, me and, like, I don't know, but, like, this is a very small percentage of people who care about Big Brother Over the Top anymore, but they had a live move-in. I had so much fun with it. It was it was kind of stupid, but I still really liked it. It was just cool.
No, I think it's going to be really fun to have a live move-in, especially with people who are returning, who have played this game and are hungry to come back and play it again. I think it's going to be very interesting. You know, we may have some people that don't know everybody that well. We may have people who do know each other really well. And that's where we get into the cast. So there's been some rumors. TMZ came out with something, you know, yesterday. We'll have that link for you below, where there was some names that allegedly people had come into LA, and you know, some of them sound right. So I mean, just take it with a grain of salt, but you know, it could be what it is. Right now, no word on who the cast is. But it does seem that there are going to be some winners and some finalists in there. Also, no word on the live feeds yet. So, you know, it's all coming. It's coming. I mean,
yeah.
August 5th is soon. This stuff, like, I feel like the next, like, week and a half or however long we've got here, it's really not that long, 2 weeks. It's going to be moving fast. Stuff is going to be coming out.
Yeah, I really, really hope, and this is probably too much of a pipe dream, though granted they're already giving us a live move-in, and I never thought we would get that, but I want the live feeds to start immediately after the premiere. Just don't just like give me like a step into the kiddie pool. Just like pick me up and hurl me right into the pool. And
you love the live feeds. I love the live feeds. And if you were here with us last season,
yes,
those of you will remember Matt was doing the live feeds all the time.
It got weird.
I'm going to be doing some of the live feeds this time around. I was sort of trying to take care of the website and everything else that was going on, but I want to be part of the fun, so I'm going to be here for some of the live feed stuff too.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I really hope they give us the live feeds that night. I guess it's cool that they said in the press release winners, and it's like, yeah, I'm sure we all assumed it, but it's still kind of nice that they're telling us. Hilariously watch it be like, okay, we're going to give you one winner, and that's it. Here comes Josh with his pots and pans.
Goodness.
That is your winner that you were getting, but...
Well, it's interesting because that TMZ report did also mention Ian Terry, where I was kind of like, interesting. Yeah. I didn't actually think I'd ever see Ian again, and maybe I won't, because maybe I'm getting fooled, but I want to believe in that, and I'm fully in unicorn land now. I'm pouring no more cold water on anything. I want to believe Ian's going to be on the show, so let's make that happen.
Yeah, I want to make that happen. I want to make at least a good percentage, not all, but a good percentage of the names that I've heard happen. Though I don't want to get too far down a casting rabbit hole here, but the one thing I'll say is that for all of the names that we're seeing, remember that there's probably, I would say at least 4 or 5, if not more than that, people who are just alternates that are there just in case something happens. There's some testing that goes not in the direction of the way CBS wants it. I don't think that these players know that they're alternates, because why would you subject yourself to this nonsense unless you thought you were actually going to be on the season?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting after this for the people who end up finding out that they're the alternates, or unless they're able to get on. I think some tea will come out on that. We'll talk about that when it happens.
I'm gonna be on their Instagram live so fast when they do like the hour Shakespearean tragedy monologue after they don't get picked for the season and are saying things like, it's their loss, I would have done this and that. Everybody's the greatest Big Brother player of all time when they're not on Big Brother.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get serious for a minute. Let's talk about safety, because this is the big question everyone has, and understandably so. Is this season going to be safe? And what they're doing, and this is just what CBS has noted so far, is that the cast are being tested a number of times. They're not being tested when they go in and then that's it. I'm assuming they're being tested probably every few days. I'm assuming they're probably being tested very close to the premiere. I would say, and I know this is kind of crazy, but don't be shocked if there is ultimately an uneven number of men or women in the house, because if something really crazy does happen with testing at the very last second, they can't pull somebody else off the street into sequester at that point. So something kind of weird could happen there, but that's all going to happen testing-wise. It's going to be set up in the house where there's typically no contact with the crew, really, but I feel like that's going to be, like, even more enforced than ever before. Like, the guy who dresses up as, like, the alien or like that. I'm feeling, pour one out for that guy, because I'm pretty sure that guy's not going to get to enter the house this year.
Hopefully Zingbot will still be able to come in. You gotta hope that whole costume has gotta have him safe, right?
Can we lock away Zingbot for 2 weeks before the start of this season? I mean, we've already seen Zingbot almost have a heat stroke in the house. We don't need to have some other sort of problem emerge.
No. So not only is the cast going to be getting tested, but of course the crew is also going to be getting tested on the regular, which is great. That's what we expected. That's what we wanted.
Yes.
So that's really good. They're going to be going even further. So supplies, they're all going to be disinfected. Everything that's coming in is going to be clean, disinfected. So that's also going to be safe so that the people in the house, they just don't need to worry about that. They're also going to have a compliance officer that's going to be on set to make sure that everybody is doing what they're supposed to be doing. Everybody's testing, disinfecting, everything is safe. They really do have everything on lock.
I think they've got it set it up really well. And it's all sort of like what's going on with the NBA, where it seems like they're doing a really good job of actually containing everything. They've got a really good bubble environment set up. It seems like they have a really good bubble environment set up for Big Brother. It is kind of one of those things where, unfortunately we won't know until we actually get closer to the season happening and when it's actually happening. But I really appreciate the compliance officer part of this, because it's human nature over time, and I'm not saying anyone's deliberately going to screw up or anything, but, people get lackadaisical as time goes on. We all know this. We have all been going crazy at home for months and months on end, so it's going to be that consistency throughout what's probably going to be a very long season, even with the later premiere, that's going to actually make this successful.
Yeah, I mean, with it being August 5th, I mean, we're looking at going into what, like November? And I mean, it makes sense in a lot of ways, because a lot of CBS's programming that should already be filming, it's not filming. So I'm still going to be living on Delusional Island, that we're going to be at some point moving into 5 days a week. We're not, but that would be so great. But no, on a serious note, they do need programming. So 3 days a week, that's really good. And I mean, that'll help them out a lot to bring us into November.
Yeah. We're going to have a really weird
Big Brother November.
I want Big Brother Halloween, where they're like making costumes out of aluminum foil or whatever sort of nonsense they. I am so excited for this season. I feel like we all kind of collectively need it. I think September is going to be really fun now, because we have Big Brother. We're going to have the Amazing Race. I'm trying to do my fill eyebrow, not working. Why can't my eyebrows actually do what I want? Everybody talks about the eyebrows all the time. I can't actually get them to do anything when I want them to. But okay, so that is the information that we got right now. Rest assured, when we know about the cast, we will have something more. We're going to try to do some various, cast profiles and all that if we have the time. I mean, it's really going to be if they announce the cast like the day before the premiere.
I'm not going to be happy with that, but yeah, I'm hoping they're going to give us enough time that we can talk about the cast and really dive into sort of what we think their games will be, depending on who's in the house. And like Matt said earlier, we are going to have a live. We did want to do it for this, but it is just too early for this. So we will have one maybe next week. We're not sure. We'll definitely leave a message on our community board. We'll put it on our Twitters. So if you follow us, we'll have it on our Instagram as well. So make sure you follow us there for information. And yeah, we'll have a live with you guys. It has been a long time since we've done a live. I think March.
It was basically.
We will get better at this.
It was right when everybody started to have to stay home. Like, that's what I remember. And yeah, so if you just want to make sure you don't miss out on any of this, obviously subscribe. We will be here. We will relish in the craziness with you all season long when it's 4 weeks in and it's like getting really, really late at night and you've had a few drinks, like the house guests have had too many drinks.
This one will be awake. Well, I may be asleep for those ones when you're comparing where the moon is like last year, but
there will be some occasions where we have to drink early and you will be in those as well. After the favorite contestant gets eliminated right before jury, because that happens all the time.
Absolutely, but we will be here all season
Yeah.
doing what we did last time, which is going to be multiple live feed updates a day. They're going to be shorter so that you can just kind of get in, hang out with us for like 10 or 15 minutes, get your updates, get out. We're going to make it really easy for you guys.
Yeah, so let us know now. What are you feeling about Big Brother? Share your joy, your happiness, your belief, like me, that Kaser is now going to be on this season. Let me know all of it in the comments. And if you do like this video, give us a like, subscribe, support us further. Check that link in the description to the store. And we'll see you guys here next time.